Hey everyone, I'm Byron, and I'm drawn. I've been working on a sheet of character iterations, heads, working on head shapes. So this is what I got so far. Some are pretty good, some are eh. Yeah, so let's go. So I've been super fascinated lately with an artist named Beeple. I'm fascinated by him because of his prolificness. He's prolific. He's created a finished artwork, completed composition, full-on artwork every day for the past, I think, going on 14 years now. And you may say, that's impossible, right? Go to his website and check out his everydays. And I guess he organizes them by year, and he calls it round one, round two, whatever. And let's see. Look at his first round. That's fascinating. Because he at that point has not learned how to use the programs that he's working in now. And I mean, it's basically very amateurish, and he's just like drawing a little sketch on a piece of paper. I'm not looking down on that. I think it's amazing because I think it's awesome that he leaves that up, and I think it's awesome that people can go back and look at that because, I mean, how cool for like a young kid who's just starting out in art, looking at that going, man, that guy's so good, I can never be that good. And then seeing that and going, getting encouraged, being like, wow, like, Beeple was not that good either. And Beeple, I think, still isn't fantastic at drawing, and he'll admit that he'll admit that he's not great at drawing because he doesn't really draw his artworks. And this is part of the reason why he could do full-on artwork every day, is because he uses 3D programs he'll use 3D assets that he did not create, and he'll put those together but that's just the point about art, right? Art isn't about just like your drawing skill, right? Photographers don't have drawing skill, but some artistic type photography is a process of putting of arranging a composition, coloring it, and in people's case, texturing, and it's just not about drawing skill, basically. And I know, as an artist growing up, I've always valued drawing skill. And as I've matured as an artist, I've realized it isn't always about that. And sometimes it kind of makes me mad because I wish it was just about that, because that's my strength. But I think it has to be recognized that it's not just about that. Now, don't get me wrong, drawing is important. It's awesome. That's my strength. I should lean into my strength. But it shouldn't discourage somebody who can't draw to pursue art. They should still pursue learning those other aspects of art that might be their strength. I have a friend I worked with for a few years who always had that imposter syndrome about being an artist. We worked in a screen printing shop together. He felt like he was an imposter artist. I don't know if it was because he felt like he couldn't draw. Maybe that was it. But he was no imposter. He had a design eye that was just amazing. He did things I couldn't do. I would never think to do. And I don't think people who have that kind of strength with design and composition are not imposters. They're not imposters, I'll tell you that. Those are some abilities I wish I had. But again, we kind of got to lean into our strengths, right? Shorten this chin just a little bit. I should give him a cool like goatee or something that. Fingers are going numb. I'm telling you, man, in the morning. Stretch out. Get the blood flowing to the fingers. Gotta massage that out a little bit. These forearm muscles are all tight. Hopefully that helps. So another thing about Beeple, which proves one of I'm a fan of Gary Vaynerchuk. I like his stuff. I don't think he's right all the time, but I do like his philosophy. In certain aspects. So like here's one philosophy that I think is probably right. And Beeple is kind of a case study for that. So Beeple, his everydays, he's been doing a finished artwork every day since like 2007. Gary's thing is make your art, post it online, and do that every day, forever, in perpetuity. Like, work your arse off for years and post on social media, because eventually not only will you be found and given opportunity, but you will improve and become better at what you do. And this is bugging me. It feels like it should come down a little bit first. So it just goes to show, like, wow, if you post an artwork, full finished artwork every day for 14 years, eventually, something's gonna move. Something's gonna happen. And he wasn't posting on just one platform. He was posting on every platform he possibly could. So, I mean, that guy was working his took us off, man. I need a more natural eraser. Should that be? Oh, I like the goat. Where should his goatee end? Hair comes around here. In here somewhere. Just be like that. Something like that. I hate that my arm is causing me to slow down. God, it's annoying. Just when I keep drawing and I have to pause every few seconds because that guy's kind of fun. my wife says the coffee is ready, and I was like, thanks for bringing it down. She says, I don't want to be on video. Which is funny. She's on video every week. She's a pastor who does a daily touch point. But, I mean, of course, she gets herself ready. So, it's in the morning. It's early. I get it. I could show up like this in the morning and I don't care. Okay, I gotta change these eyes. These eyes need to be like super, like, yep. Something sticky on my jacket. Gross. It's probably pancake pancake syrup. When you have 4-year-old boys, the sticky tends to show up in places this guy kind of looks like a gorilla. This is just be a little wider. What do I not like about this? So, note to self, I don't draw, like animals I don't draw often. I do draw them, but I don't usually tend to draw humans. I should practice them more often, but note to self, you draw a head shape like that, gorilla. Pointy head, dome head, right? Kind of a dome head. And a very sloped forehead, right? Sloped back forehead, straight from the eye sockets. And, obviously up, like an upturned nose. Means gorilla. There are certain characteristics animals must have, for them to read as that kind of animal. Trying to think of other examples. I mean, obviously, like elephant trunk, like there's things that animal has to have, but there's also kind of an essence of that animal, like a dog. Their forehead and the top of their nose, muzzle, is parallel. But with a cat, the top of the cat's head and the top of their muzzle is angled. So like dog, cat, right? So that's dog. That's cat. Parallel, 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 angle, 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 parallel, parallel. I learned this from watching a video of on Proco when he hung out with Aaron Blaze, and Aaron Blaze explained that. I was like, wow, that is a good observation. This is a monkey man. We could change this to look more human. Give him a little bit more of a chin. Change the nose to have some, move the nostrils out. So still got like that upturned nose, but it's more, actually all this should come down a bit to make it look a little more human. This guy reminds me of the. I don't know if you've ever seen the. Dang it. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Without, not Without Limits, Limitless. There's a thug. There's a thug in that movie. This looks a lot like him. He's that thug that gets a hold of some of that guy's pill. And he wants some of that pill for himself. And so he tries to get it from that dude. And this looks so much like him. It's like I've captured his essence without even meaning to. Arm is off the hook today. Arm is off the hook. It's not the worst drawing session, carpal tunnel I've had, but man, it sucks. Just sucks. Just change his head shape just a bit. That dome was a little too extreme for me. Make his ear nice and big to encompass most of his head. I like that. Oh my gosh, this is driving me crazy. Okay, let's go find that actor. Find out who that guy is. He's been in other stuff. That's him. That's the thug right there. Is this it? Andrew Howard? Yeah. Photos. It's that low eyebrow right there. It's really getting me. I don't know. What do you think? The fact that he doesn't have eyebrows, hardly. That kind of does it too. You could barely see this guy's eyebrows. Anyway, his face popped. It has a little bit of that essence. There, now he's got eyebrows. don't know why, but I really love putting those little details in the ear. It's fun. One last little head to go. What do you guys think? It's looking pretty decent. It's kind of fun putting all these heads on a page. Sometimes the shape kind of inspires. This is a real messy one. Do need to bring his. I feel like I need to bring his head out a little bit. Just a little bit. Oops. Oh, that was a little messy anyway. And that. There's always so much potential, right? With every head shape, every character. I feel like I want to move some of this around a little bit to balance it out. Oops, I'm getting nitpicky. This is so stupid. Why am I doing this? Okay, focus. Back to the thing. You don't want to watch me arrange faces on a page. Come on. Oops. Okay, let's change this up a bit. Okay, let's put his eye more at the top. See that? There we go. Oh, looks like he's on drugs. Just get that top of the iris valued in a little bit. That often helps. Can make a character look less robotic, less. His right iris pupil is bigger than the other, so let's increase the size of that. Put just a little bit of an offset smile or something. Alright, we have to give this guy hair. My goodness. I keep not giving these guys hair. Hair's fun. Do hair. Do hair. How do you like that he's kind of a big muscle guy? You can tell just by... Big neck. Sorry. Start a sentence and then get distracted. You could tell he's a big muscly guy because of his big neck. I mean, it could be fat too. I don't know. He doesn't look fat though. He looks very muscly to me. Could follow the shape of his head and go whoop. Again, erasing this line on the head helps. that's not where the hairline is, right? The hairline's in front of the ear. Yeah. Just find that a little bit more. That's funny. Their hairdos point to each other. Maybe add a little variation to that. So maybe it does go this way, but then something like that. Yeah, I didn't like that. There's just a little shadow right there. Getting a little tight right in there. Just move this over a bit. Move this guy over slightly. And move this guy over a slight bit. There we go. Just a little bit of balance on the page. That was a little much for my eye. That's better. It's pretty good. I'm happy with a lot of these. They were fun, and it was a good practice. And I think that's it. Just trying to think if I have anything else to say. I guess I don't. Anyway, this was really fun. This is it's a good exercise. I mean, it's almost using pareidolia to get you started, because just drawing that basic head shape kind of inspires. It could kind of inspire where the other facial features will go. Yeah, anyway, kind of instinct just kind of takes over. Just like you put something down and it's not quite where it feels right, proportion wise or whatever, and anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed watching the process. I'm going to continue to record continue to record all the art I do, basically, as much as I can. Anyway, so it'll be pretty much a daily thing. And thanks for watching. Have a good one.